listening to 6UVS FM, time 4:07 on the show's Zoo Time. And that's one from the archives. That was the Bamboos. It was called Dead Girl. And we've got Mr. Lead guitarist Greg Hitchcock in the studio with us, and Shakir, the drummer, with a slightly lesser quiff, which we'll ask about later, for the first, as in debut, Bamboos Zoo Time interview. When was that recorded?
It's before our time, actually. We're the newest members, and
I know that. Yes,
that was something like 9 months or something before I joined the band, so that's pretty close old. To 2 years old, I think.
Updated.
Right.
Now.
Greg, you joined late last year, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm about 12 months ago, I think.
Right, and Shakir, you've been drumming with the Bamboos for a month?
No, I've been just finished a 3 month tour. No,
6 months.
No, more.
Have you been away that long?
Yeah.
Good grief. Right.
It's been a while.
Right, okay. How's the band changed since then?
It's much more professional. Radically.
Oh, you mean you drink less or something?
No, we drink more. No, it'd be more sort of raunchy and together, I think.
It's just tighter altogether.
Yes, I think my impression of the Bamboos in their early days is that very much like almost Johnny's clones. Wouldn't say that
a bit
anymore.
more folky then, I think.
Yeah, possibly. Now it's sort of a lot more, I guess the operative word's rock and roll, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. I'd rather be called a rock and roll band if anybody categorises the band, you know, just plain rock and roll. I prefer. But we get called out all sorts of things like country band and heavy metal band. We've been called.
You insist on wearing these vests. Yeah.
Vests.
Yeah. You had a cute little vest on last night.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I thought it looked quite nice, but it was very country.
He's a nice guy.
You guys have been back all of a week from an Eastern States tour. I know you gave the Daily News published an interview where you said you did, what, 50-something?
53, I think. Yeah, it could have been more. I think it was more than that. It felt like 83.
Yeah, it felt like that.
It was in the 50s.
Is that sort of thing like enjoyable at the time?
No, it was terrible.
Oh, actually, no, it was good.
For me, the tour was really good. Like, the tour itself was really beneficial, and we play a lot tighter. We're like a unit now, play like a unit, but touring I really didn't like, sort of playing 6 nights a week and sort of travelling 1,000 k's after that.
Yeah, I always get the impression it's a little bit like the Irishman is asked why he's banging his head on the wall. He said it was because it's nice when he stopped.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's a real buzz when you're sort of back in Perth.
Like that.
Right.
It's the best place.
Right. And you toured with...
The Johnny's.
Dare I say it, the Johnny's.
Yeah. we did a few gigs on our own as well, which were really good.
Yeah. I know you gave comments to the press that people right up and down the eastern states are actually familiar with your stuff, but presumably because of the cassette.
Yeah, we're in Brisbane, and Craig was singing Dead Girl, and then all of a sudden he stopped. This was at one of our less sober gigs. And Craig stopped singing, and all the audience was singing the words to Dead Girl, which was pretty amazing, just for Brisbane.
It's found its way up there too. It's pretty big in Brisbane, you know, like they were yelling out songs that they wanted to hear. It was really good.
So what, the support band was getting encores and things?
No, we were the
you headlined.
It was at the Love-In. It was a real hippie place. It was great. All Joey Ramone clans around. Clones.
Well, did you wear your Gene Vincent jacket? What did I think of that?
Yeah. I don't know. It was mainly sort of a groovy 60s sort of blob lamp type building. Everyone sort of recognises the jacket now.
Oh, right.
It's found its way around Australia. It's recognised in every capital city.
Yeah.
Right. How did you go down in Sydney?
Sydney was good. Inner city gigs were sort of like, we're pretty hip. And the sort of country gigs were full of Westies, like sort of playing at the Balcatta Rollerdrome sort of disco type thing. They were pretty good as well, actually. Some of the people sort of liked us enough to not throw bottles at us, which have happened to the scientists and things like that.
Yeah, and the RSL
happens to the swamp monsters too.
Oh well,
they haven't even toured yet.
They scored well last night.
The thing was, they were plastic glasses. It really sort of gives you a shock when a glass is coming for you. It's only plastic though, so it's okay.
And it bounces.
Yeah,
nobody threw anything at the Bamboos last night.
Got off on too afraid.
Yeah, we're so evil.
Yeah.
Do you suspect you're getting a better response now? Now that you've returned? A lot of Perth bands, when they've been elsewhere and come back.
You've got to go away to prove yourself, and then when you come back, you've done that, and everyone respects you.
Real martyrs.
I didn't notice any new songs last night.
We've got some new songs, but we haven't had any time to ourselves to rehearse them or anything, so we've got to. That's what we're doing sort of next week.
February or something.
No, we haven't rehearsed for a long time, but we're going to do that because we actually have been inspired and written some songs on the road. And so they'll be sort of
What,
back.
songs on the road?
Yeah,
Oh, no.
That's the only place where you can sort of think when you're driving 2,000 k's.
Yeah, just what the world needs, another rock and roll band on the road
Yeah,
song.
there won't be any wide open road songs. Oops. Just wide open.
Shh, don't let us say that.
That's okay. I wasn't being sexist.
Okay, you're writing new songs. Who's writing them?
Craig mostly, yeah.
You guys got any input into it?
Actually,
I know it's a bit hard
Craig
for a
and I-
drummer to write. But
Oh well, why do you say that? That's a horrible thing to say. Drummers are really talented people, and they're the backbone of that. No, actually, Craig and I co-wrote. Well, not co-wrote. I wrote the last verse, which is quite strange. I was even shocked that I did it.
Right.
He's put it in the latest song, which we'll be rehearsing next week, and it'll probably be out in the gigs, in the lineup.
When we come back on the road.
Yep.
Okay, and the other big one that's looming is that I believe the Bamboos have a record contract. Da-da-da-da.
Yeah, Citadel was our winner.
Well, you signed that when you're away, did you?
Yeah, we just signed a single release, and that should be out in about 3 weeks in the stores, we hope.
Right. What was the caper behind that? Did you have lots of people ringing you, and you sort of sat back and picked the best offer, or what?
Big Time were interested in.
Yeah, there's a few things like that. Big Time were sort of saying things that they were interested in like that. And then we played this gig at the Tivoli, and John Needham was there.
From Citadel.
Yeah, and he came backstage afterwards, and he goes, that was great, let's have a meeting tomorrow. So we had a meeting, and he goes, oh, well, let's get it happening.
Great.
And, it was just his enthusiasm that got us rolling.
Did you know who he was when he walked into the dressing room?
No, I hadn't met him before. I hadn't seen him before.
I still wouldn't know him if I saw him now.
Oh, you didn't meet him, did you?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Right, so you've recorded tracks and you'll be releasing a single with Citadel in, 2 or 3 months?
No, it should be in the stores in 3 weeks.
3 weeks, that's it.
But you know, when you hear 3 weeks, it could be 3 months.
No,
Okay.
but like everything, it's pressed and the covers are
Is it?
being printed.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, while we're talking about Citadel, we'll play another notable Citadel release. Since the Bamboos haven't got any masters of their forthcoming stuff here, we'll play somebody else. This is the New Christ, Born Out of Time, which has been entrenched in the independent charts for the last couple of weeks, released on the Citadel label. The New Christs, as recorded by Citadel Records, and we're talking to Citadel's newest signing, the Bamboos, and their newest member is, Shakir's most famous for his haircut. To most people you mention it to. Shakir used to drum with the Kryptonics, and finally joined the Bamboos a few months ago, as we mentioned earlier. Shakir, why'd you cut the hair?
Well, I was in Sydney. This is a long story, but I'll cut it short. That's what I did anyway.
The world's
Boom,
most,
boom.
it was the world's
was it.
most amazing quiff.
No, it wasn't even a quiff. It got to the stage where I saw a photo of myself, and I thought it was so ridiculous. It looked like an elephant's trunk. It was like down to my knees. And so I cut it because I was just walking around with all the hair over my eyes, and I was bumping into these huge skinheads in the middle of Sydney, and 4 a.m, and it wasn't too healthy. And I was also getting harassed by Spencer from the Johnnies, and we used to go up at the very last song, like an encore. If they had an encore, we'd go up and jam with them.
Yeah.
And he used to always ask me to do a quiff solo, and all the spotlights would come on me, and they'd all take it right down, and like, I'd have to rub my quiff against the mic, and I said, and then I eventually got so sort of cheesed off with doing it that I,
Is this for real?
yeah,
Yeah.
that I,
Fair dinkum.
yeah,
Quiff solo.
yeah,
Quiff solo.
I got so cheesed off
poodle
with doing
solo.
it, yeah, so cheesed off with doing it that I just said, look, it's out of tune, and I walked off. It was pretty embarrassing, but then.
But it went down really well.
Yeah, and Spencer's girlfriend cut it, and I thought, well, it's more authentic looking. It was sort of getting a bit out of hand. And like 2 cans of hairspray to get it sort of working. Rembrandt.
No, it used to look spectacular with the Kryptonics. I don't know who used to do the Kryptonics light shows, but the drummer was always the one that had the backlighting.
Like a Osram light bulb. Like a coloured light bulb head or something, could change it to any colour that was flashed on there.
Big
Actually,
round purples on his quiff.
Yeah, I'll ask you a technical question now for any of the drummers listening, and God knows there's millions of them. They always happen to
Don't
be
ask him a
practicing next
technical
door.
question.
Are you playing any different with the Bamboos than when you were with the Kryptonics?
Yeah, the drum beats are sort of, they're much tighter, sort of, more 4/4 sort of rhythm. It's, I don't know, the Kryptonics is much more offbeat and sort of fancy sort of style. It's hard to explain, but the Bamboos is more conventional, but it's much more powerful.
Yeah, bang, bang, bang.
Yeah,
Yeah.
boom, boom, bang.
Right, I will try the same question on Greg Hitchcock.
What's
You you sort of did your clean guitar lines with the go starts, and then you had your little, almost a false start with the ray guns, didn't you?
Yeah, grave robbers actually.
Grave robbers, right. Has your guitar style changed any in the last couple of years? Do you think?
Yes. No, I thought you were going to ask me about my hair.
No.
No, just every
Well, it's a bit
band
long,
I've been
but-
in is just, it's been a different style. So
Yeah.
I just enjoyed playing different styles because I just adapt my guitar playing to suit the band and to suit the songs that I'm playing.
Do you like play much? Like, I mean, a lot of guitarists will sort of spend 3 hours a day sitting on the end of their beds, just sort of.
Practicing?
Yeah.
No, I don't practice.
He sits on the end of his bed a lot. No?
No, I never pick up a guitar unless we're at rehearsal.
Oh.
It's funny. It's
So you rehearse a lot.
no.
The world's most instinctively wonderful guitarist.
Oh, that's the way it is. You know, that inspires me, and you know, maybe I'd overplay if I practice.
Okay, all right. Having run to a dead end with that one, we'll play another
Sorry about that.
old bamboos track that was discovered in the 6 UVS FM archives. What's
Yeah.
this one called?
This is the original Snuff, but I don't know about the cobwebs. And that.
We've actually remixed
Pretty
it
old.
for the single, and it's
Yeah.
a much better version. We've done a whole new vocal track and boosted up the guitars and drums a bit. And it's pretty full.
Let me get this right. This is the new single.
No, yeah, this
Yeah,
is a single, but it's the old version.
This
It's
is the
Right.
song.
no,
We've
the
never
same.
heard this, so
Okay.
we're interested in this.
Really? You've
Yeah.
never heard
Oh,
it?
actually, I think you're fibbing.
No, I've never heard this.
I've heard it a long time ago, and it wasn't as good as not as good as it is now. Anyway.
Okay, well,
Oh,
this
the
is
single's
the
completely-
slightly shonky original version.
Before you play it, I've got to say hello to all the girls I live with in the pink house.
Oh, you in the Pink House?
Yeah.
That's not that one in St George's Terrace, is it?
No, Grosvenor Road.
Ah, right. Different. Okay. Well, here's Snuff.
Cause you're a plastic imitation, baby. You're a clown without a silver lining. You're a plastic imitation, baby. Yeah, full nightclubs and social climbing. Hey!
Well, that's Plastic Imitation by the Kryptonics. That's the B-side of their Baby single. Drumming on that provided by Shakir, now of the Bamboos. Shakir, was there any ill will when you left the Kryptonics? I know it was sort of in limbo for a little while. You were sort of guesting with the Bamboos and supposedly in the Kryptonics and stuff.
No, there wasn't at all. It was I didn't really want to leave. But I just started sort of like the Bamboos were in a bit of a slump and they weren't sort of getting motivated to rehearse or anything. They couldn't really find a drummer, and so I said, look, let's just have some fun and start rehearsing. And we did that at their house, and we got the PA system set up and we recorded some things just in the house, and it sounded sort of quite good, pretty raw. And I ended up just sort of really loving it, and I sort of had to say goodbye to the Kryptonics, which I didn't really like doing.
It was a fairly long, slow process, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Sort of over a couple of months. Yeah, here's Shakir. He's with
And the Skinny Jims are asking me to join. That's rockabilly, which is really in my heart. So
Have you played much of that?
Rockabilly?
Yeah, because I mean,
No.
you're sort of one of Perth's more famous rockabilly faces. Well, you used to go and see the Bobcats when you were 12 or something.
No, I don't know. I never really played any. I used to jam with some rockabillys, but not really many rockabillys can play many instruments, unfortunately.
Oh, right.
They're more into just drinking and listening.
Greg, you've also sort of had a few outside interests. You've got some kind of a collaboration going with a few other people that's going to actually get released on record soon, I believe.
Yeah, well, yeah. Actually, that was the really that was the second Citadel signing of Perth, any Perth bands, which is called the Stonefish,
Yeah.
which is a couple of stems, myself and Vila from the Fallen Angels,
Yeah.
and we're doing a few old surfing instrumentals that we had left over from an old band a couple of years ago. So that should be out in about 2 months or something.
Right.
That was great fun.
When was that recorded in Perth?
Yeah, at Planet about March, I think.
Well, whose idea was it? Well, you guys just all ran into each other somewhere.
Yeah, Dom and I sort of started talking about it. We wanted to do something together again, and that just sort of came about. It just sort of fell into place. It was good fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think we may as well say thanks for that. We've got all the hard facts out, I think, haven't we?
The hard facts.
Yeah.
Do you want to go that far?
Yeah, I haven't asked you about the groupies or anything, but you know, we'll wait till we're off.
Got
air
another
for
4 hours.
that. Okay.
You wish.
Oh, thanks for coming in. And actually, we should wind up and sort of tell the listeners what the Bamboos are going to be doing in the immediate future. You're in Perth for what? Playing for at least another couple of weeks, aren't you?
No,
we're
our
playing.
last gig is tonight.
Really?
Yeah.
We're not doing the Whiz Bang.
Yeah, we're playing at the Whiz Bar on Wednesday as well, which is a birthday party gig.
Yeah.
It's Mark's birthday.
It's
Lots of
Mark's
bourbon.
birthday on Wednesday, and it's Craig's birthday on Friday, and it's
Oh,
Gus's
right.
birthday on
And I've got no
Thursday,
money.
which is our
That's the
stage show.
that's the magazine party, isn't it?
No,
No, we're not doing that.
our own
Oh,
birthday.
that's
It's at the
right.
Whiz Bar on Wednesday, but we're playing tonight at the Shenton Park.
Yeah, that's our last
Okay.
show.
It's with Greenhouse
officially.
Effect, so it should be a pretty noisy night.
Hot diggity. Oh, you went to school with Russell, didn't you?
No, I knew him from a long time ago.
Right.
Like when he was in Fremantle and had a Mohican. I was sort of friends with him.
Is he from Fremantle?
He was on that Freo.
We're talking about Russell, the drummer with the Greenhouse Effect. Yeah, he's always around. Top player. Okay, so mentioned earlier you're going to be rehearsing some new stuff.
Yeah, rehearsing for about 2 weeks, and then we're in the studio again to record a mini album for about another 2 weeks or something, and then a week off, and then we start gigging again. And we're planning the next tour to be in about September, so we'll be leaving then.
Right, that's the next tour to the eastern states.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, basically, if people want to see the Bamboos in a hurry, it's either tonight or Wednesday.
Yeah, that's right.
Got it.
See you there.
Okay, well, see you there.
Bye.
Yeah, thanks.
We'll go out with a record on which one of Greg's old cohorts sings. This is Some Loves, and talk about us.